Did you know that some animals, instead of nurturing their young, end up eating them? Shocking, right? It almost feels like a scene from a horror movie. Why would any creature devour its own offspring? Is it some kind of evolutionary blunder? Or perhaps there's a twisted logic behind it? This question may sound disturbing, but it uncovers a fascinating and raw side of nature. A side where survival, instinct, and environmental pressures dictate behavior. It's not about cruelty. It's about survival strategies that might seem alien to us, but make perfect sense in the wild. By the end of this video, you'll understand why such extreme behavior exists and how it fits into the grand design of the natural world. So buckle up. This is going to challenge how you see animals, instincts, and even life itself. Let's dive right into it. Why do animals eat their babies? It's an uncomfortable question, but the answers reveal a lot about how the natural world works. Here are the most common reasons. 1. Scarcity of resources. Nature is harsh and resources are often limited. In the wild, it's a constant battle to find enough food, water, and shelter. When a mother feels that she cannot provide for all her offspring, she might make an unthinkable decision. For example, hamsters and rodents sometimes consume a portion of their litter to ensure they have the energy to take care of the rest. In their world, it's a grim but practical way to give some a better chance at survival. Think about it. If a mother starves to death trying to care for too many young, all the babies perish. By reducing the litter size, she maximizes the chances that at least some of her offspring will grow up and continue the cycle of life. Brutal? Absolutely. Logical? Uncomfortably so. 2. Weak or deformed offspring. In nature, every bit of energy counts. Some animals instinctively know when a baby isn't likely to survive due to illness, deformity, or weakness. Rather than invest precious resources into a struggling offspring, they might choose to recycle that energy. This is common among species like lions, bears, and even birds. It's like pruning a tree to help the stronger branches thrive. While it might seem heartless to us, it's a survival strategy that ensures the fittest genes are passed on to the next generation. 3. Protecting the group. Sometimes, eating their young is about protecting the rest of the family. Predators often target the weakest members of a group, like newborns. If a predator spots vulnerable young, it could put the entire group in danger. Some animals, like certain fish and amphibians, eat their eggs or fry if they sense that a predator is nearby. It's a way to deny the enemy an easy meal and protect the rest of the brood. 4. Stress and environmental pressures. Stress can make animals act in ways that seem irrational. When a mother animal feels threatened or is in an unfamiliar environment, her instincts might misfire. Rabbits, for instance, are known to eat their young if they're placed in a stressful or overcrowded environment. It's as if their instincts tell them, this is not a safe place to raise a family. Reset and try again later. This behavior might seem shocking, but in the wild, it's a way of cutting losses and starting over when conditions improve. 5. Mistaken identity. This one's particularly strange. Some animals rely on scent to identify their offspring. If a baby doesn't smell right, perhaps because it's been touched by a predator or even a curious human, the mother might reject or eat it. It's as though the scent acts as a barcode for belonging, and any mismatch triggers a survival instinct. 6. Nutritional reinvestment. Now here's a concept that's both fascinating and grim. Sometimes animals eat their young to regain nutrients. In cases where a mother's energy reserves are dangerously low, consuming her offspring allows her to survive and potentially produce more young in the future. This is especially common among fish, amphibians, and insects, where reproduction often involves producing large numbers of offspring with only a few expected to survive to adulthood. So, what does all this tell us about the animal kingdom? For one, it's a reminder that nature isn't guided by emotion or morality. It's guided by survival. Every decision, no matter how brutal it seems to us, is rooted in an instinct to ensure the continuation of the species. It also highlights just how different animal instincts are from human emotions. While we might find these behaviors difficult to comprehend, they're a testament to the harsh realities of life in the wild. For animals, survival often means making decisions that seem unthinkable but are ultimately necessary. So, the next time you think about the animal kingdom, remember this: it's not a world of good and bad, right or wrong. It's a world of instinct, survival, and adaptation. What we see as harsh or cruel is, to them, a way to ensure life goes on. What do you think? Does this change how you view the animal kingdom? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And here's a question to leave you with. If survival demanded impossible choices, what would you do? Nature may seem brutal, but it's full of lessons about resilience, adaptation, and the incredible ways life finds to persist.